Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. We are here in Lima, Peru at Jorge Chávez International Airport. And we're going to be flying up to Mariscal, Sucre International Airport in Quito, Ecuador. We're flying Martinair Cargo Flight 7762 in the Boeing 747-800. Real life is the 400, but we're in the 800 cargo version. Just from Salty Simulations. Real life flight takes off 3:30 in the afternoon. We're using live time, and I think it looks beautiful right now with the sunrise and the clouds here. You can see the mountains. Doesn't get better than that. We get a little bit of the night lighting here for Lima, but we'll be able to see the scenery as the clouds clear and the sun comes up further. Looks like we've got a full airport, full of planes, land Chile, Latam. I see a sky over there, so looking really good. We're gonna see where we can get started here. I think we can get boarding started. Of course, it hasn't started yet, even though I just started the program. Alright. We're using, let's see, PAC-X. Well, we're not going to use PAC-X today because I'm not, we're just doing a cargo flight. Hey, Tyler. Let's see. We got a Volanta for the flight tracking, Bene overlay for the overlays on the stream here, Navigraphs as usual, FS HUD ATC, and GSX Pro. Those are my two newest mods that I've been using. GSX Pro, getting a little bit better at it. So we're actually going to open that right now. Hopefully it opens now. There it is. GSX Pro. And we're going to request, let's do additional services first. Request the GPU. And I believe I just want to request boarding. Let's get the refueling. We'll see if we can get the fuel truck to work and see how that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't mess everything up. So FS HUD injects traffic just like Alpha India Group traffic. It actually pulls the models and stuff from it. Only problem is a little janky on the movement of the planes. Otherwise, pretty cool. I wish there would be a little bit more taxiing going on. There's just not as much movement as I'm used to with Alpha India Group traffic. Alright, let's get inside and get this plane lit up. Okay, I guess we're going to be lit up already. But I don't even have to start anything up. That's weird. Alright, so we'll get in here. Parking brake. Parking brake is set. Landing gear is down. Battery is in the auto position. Up top. All the cameras are different in this plane. There we go. I don't even remember this plane. It looks so different. Or I'm so used to flying the 787 when I get into a big one, so I haven't been in this one in a while. Where do we want to go? We want to go... We do have external power available, so we'll turn that on pretty soon. Stand by to auto.
Fuel truck is in position.
Nav's already aligned. Alright, so we can actually do custom refueling. How much fuel do we need? We need 30,736. And do custom refueling. Alright, so that's what we do, I think. 17%. Yeah, the refueling process with GSX Pro is still a little mysterious to me. And he left. So, I still haven't been able to get the refueling truck to actually hook up and do all that cool stuff and see how GSX does it. I like the little lights on our external power source, our GPU. Right, I'm trying to find the battery. Battery on. This is the only problem is I just don't know where things are in this plane. I'm guessing the battery is on. I just can't find it. There it is. Oh, it is on. Why has everything got power though? That's weird if it isn't on. Alright, external power on. And do the nav lights. They're going to be down here. Those will come on. APU. We'll wait on the APU a little bit. I'm trying to follow this. It's kind of confusing. The only problem is when you... Okay, this one, yaw damper is already set. Now let's get into our flight clearance.
Martinair 7762, heavy, gate 27, request clearance to
Hey, Mika.
Mariscal, Sucre, with information, Victor. Martinair 7762, heavy, cleared to Mariscal, Sucre, via Attack 2 Foxtrot, departure, runway 16, initial climb 2000, then is filed, squawk 6747. Cleared to Mariscal, Sucre, via Attack 2 Foxtrot, departure, runway 16. Initial climb 2000, then as filed, squawk 6747, Martinair 7762, heavy. Martinair 7762, heavy, redback correct. When ready, contact
Like how it says redback.
121.9er. When ready, contact Lima ground 121.9er, Martinair 7762, heavy.
Alright, we're going to put in our reference airport, Sierra Papa Juliet Charlie. Copy that position right down here. I'm not going to put the gate. I'm not sure what we put for that anyway. In our position. I'm guessing a lot of this has been updated. I don't know if there's a menu where I can go see what Salty has added. Looks pretty good so far. Again, Sierra Papa Juliet Charlie, and we're headed to Sierra Echo Quebec Mike Quito Ecuador. Yes, there we go. Getting a little nervous. Runway, I think we can put this in. Doesn't have a little spot, but runway 16. There we go. Flight number 7762, company route. Send request. I don't know what that would do. Doesn't look like it does anything yet. Again, I don't know if there's a way for me to... cars, maybe? No, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. I was just trying to see if I could connect SimBrief to this plane. Doesn't look like I can yet. Haven't done that yet. Anything else on the route? Okay, here's where we're going to put our flight plan. Let me hop over to the other screen and pull it up for you guys. There it is. We'll move over to the view. Alright. Flight plan is gonna be down here. We got cleared for that departure. That's at 2 Foxtrot. First point is gonna be at 2. And we're gonna be going to the south one. I hope. I like it how some planes they'll show you the distance to that waypoint, and that way you know it's like, okay, I'm going that closer one. So, a little nervous there because we're close to the equator. The second index is that one. Really? I always like when I can't find a waypoint. How is it? How's that possible? Alright, so what do I do if I can't? Yeah, I got that 2 in there. Okay. At 2, I guess we'll go direct to Quito. See if that works. I guess it doesn't. Okay, there we go. Oh, maybe I don't have to. I guess I don't have to put the VA in? Oh, weird. Add wall, there we go. And that's it. Activate, execute. Okay. Yeah, Mika and Tyler, welcome in, and welcome in everyone else. Good morning. Sorry if I'm dragging a little bit. Kind of funny, I only worked 2 days this week so far. But this didn't get to bed early enough. A little late starting the stream too. A few minutes. Alright, let's get the boarding started. Let's get the cargo getting loaded up and all that.
Boarding requested.
We're gonna have our big parts here. I still don't know how to open the doors. I don't know if there's a... I need to look and see if there's a mod or if there's a way for me to open more doors on these planes. Is control? No, that's just... Oh, that's a good... Actually, I want to keep that many just in case I want to switch something. I don't know what that does. Never mind. Alright, back in. Let's continue the flight plan. I don't like how that moved my everything over. Alright, Edmal, we got that activated. Can't do that. Okay. Here. Position, route. Okay. Cost index is going to be right here, CI-72. Cruise is going to be flight level 340. Looks like we're going to step down at one point to 330. Why is everything in pounds? I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. We've been loaded up. I don't think everything gets loaded in here. I wish I don't see a way. Yeah, how do I change that? If anyone knows. I don't fly this plane a lot. Yeah, everything's in pounds, it looks like. Yeah, it's gonna make it a little difficult because my flight plan is in kilos, and everything else is in kilos also. Should be okay. We just have to divide everything, right? No, multiply everything. So reserves for fuel is 8.2. 2.2 pounds per kilo, right? So I need to multiply that by 2.2, 18.04. And into reserves.
Pilot's boarding starting.
Why do I have to open those doors now? Last night when I did... Every time you use GSX Pro, it does something different, too. Because yesterday when I didn't have to open the door. There, the doors are open. Why do I have to open all those other doors? Waiting on your action. No, you're not waiting on. There are the pilots. She's in a hurry. She's getting on that plane. He's like, all right, I'm gonna take my time. Look how massive that plane is. Still not loading the cargo yet. Let me execute. I don't know why you're not letting me execute.
Crew boarding starting.
Okay, thrust limit. I'm gonna go 55. We'll do that for temperature. I think that looks good. Flaps. Flap 5, right? Typically what we do. Valid entry. I think flaps 10. There we go. I guess can't do flap 5. Not sure why I can't execute anything. Departure arrival. Departure, we are doing runway 16. We got that, and it's gonna be that ATAT 2 Foxtrot. Execute. There we go. Back to the route. Back to the legs. That looks good. And then our arrival. Arrival on the
Your crew has
plan.
boarded.
Arrival, we're going runway 36. Might be a VOR. Oh no, we got ILS. We're gonna do ILS runway 36 Yankee. QM at the mall? I don't know what that is. Let's do that. Check out the legs again. That looks right. All those mileages look right too. There's nothing way out of the way. We are set on that. Cargo is loading. I don't know how to open that rear door, unfortunately. But cargo is going in nicely here. You can't open up the nose. Like I believe the real cargo planes, the nose pops open so you get way more cargo in. But it is what it is. We don't have the 747 from PMDG that does all that. Yeah, so some planes have moved, it looks like, but I didn't see them taxiing around or take off. That's the one, again, disappointing thing about FSI to ATC is the plane movement is a little janky still. Alright, I think we got so squawk code is 6747, that's what we got. Squawk is set. Transponder. They're at XPNDR. Which I guess is transponder. I never thought about that. Altimeter on. Or is that local? Wrong one. Anything wrong? 1016. Flight directors on. Bank limit auto. Our initial altitude is 2,000. Set our initial speed. We'll be back on the performance page. Takeoff page. 192 plus 10. 202. No, the V2 plus 10. We can start up the APU. Start doing that. Trying to see where the fuel pumps are. These are the fuel pumps? Yeah. Guessing. Alright. Review. Just not familiar with this plane. Seeing like where things are, what we can look at. Okay, looks like they're done with the boarding. Awesome. Close passenger door. I can't just close passenger doors. I don't know why. I don't need to. It automatically did. Alright. APU should be started on APU Gen. Yes. No. Maybe. Alright, do we not have APU? What's going on here? Yeah, this is the problem with like the base planes. They don't have me on, and also not knowing where information is to look at. Data. You know, like on the being able to kind of look in here and see your change these screens to various information. There's a whole other computer right down there. I don't need another computer. What I need is I need to be able to look at. I need to be able to change these screens. What do they do? See, I need electric to see the APU. Well, how do I start the APU? How do I do it? Okay, checklist. Let me see what's on the checklist. This is always helpful with more basic planes. Before starting engine, APU selector. Start that on. I did that. On when available lit. I'm not getting available though. Do I not have APU? That's helpful. I'm gonna turn on the fuel pumps. That's a lot of stuff we gotta turn on there. Yeah, these guys should light up with on, or with available, so I could hit on and get the APU actually going. Anyway, I'm going to get the beacon light on. I guess both. Get in there. Any ideas? You guys, anyone use the 747 on a regular basis? Turn on the window heat. The APU bleed's already on. Turn on the engine bleeds. Oh. Well, maybe we'll start the engine right here before we disconnect from the electrical power, I guess. Just in case, at least start one engine. Which isn't exactly the way we do it.
Lima ground, Martinair 7762, heavy, gate 27, request pushback and start up.
Martinair 7762, heavy, pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved. Martinair 7762, heavy.
Oh, come on, Salty. Why every time I use a modded plane that isn't the A32NX, I run into this problem where I can't start the engines because... How do I do it? Oh man, this is... I knew I should have done this last night. I knew I should have gotten in and tried to start the plane and seen how it works because... Now I'm sitting here streaming and we're not doing anything. We're just gonna sit here because following the checklist. Is this the starter? This has got to be the starter, yeah. Such a letdown every time I use a modded plane. I don't understand. Like, people talk about, it's like, oh, the Salty mod's so great. It's like, I can never get a mod to work that isn't the A32NX. Every other mod, it's like, it's almost, they complicate it so much that you can't do it unless you know exactly what you're doing. And I don't have APU. I don't have APU. Any help would be great, but I don't know if you guys have any idea. Everything's on. I mean, it shouldn't be this complicated because it's the base plane with a little bit of modification. Did they mod it so it's got to be perfect? Engine 1, how about that? Any engine. Can we get any engine to work? Is it possible? Yeah, I just hit Control E and now we got 2 engines going at least. I don't know if that's because I actually hit those 2 buttons. Something's happening. There we go. Oh, now we got APU. Oh, maybe the APU just takes forever to start up. Maybe I'm just not being patient enough. Alright. Looks like we've got something going. Let's see if we can get a pushback now. Might say, oh, your engines
Stop the
are...
engines to request ground services.
Let's turn the engines off. Okay, I think it's working now because we do actually have the APU generator. Turn off the external power. Now the GPU cord is hanging out because I wasn't patient enough and start the engines. Oh, that's good. Actually, let's request the GPU then. I do need to fly this plane more. I think I figured it out. I think it's just we just need to wait a little bit on the... Does it sound like I got... Now all the engines are doing... Various engines are doing various things. Weird. I hit Control E and then that kind of changed things, so I don't know if the APU thing kicked in because of that, or it just takes a while for the APU to
Lima
get
ground,
going.
land Peru 002, runway vacated with Delta. Land Peru 2002, taxi to gate 19 via Delta, Foxtrot Oscar, Foxtrot 1. Taxi to gate 19 via Delta, Foxtrot Oscar, Foxtrot 1, land Peru 002.
Yeah, FSC HUD, the FS HUD ATC that I'm using, it's pretty cool to hear the other planes interact and interact properly, but it doesn't always show the planes where they should be, which is a little disappointing. The AIG traffic would always be where you needed it to be, and if you were using the default MSFS ATC and not something else, you'd hear them talking, but usually they weren't doing things the right way, but they would at least taxi and it would look good. Okay, I think we got rid of the... I think we got rid of the connection. Yeah. So let's do the pushback. Hopefully this works. Oh, that's what I wanted to do last time. I needed to figure out how to do the pushback because, like even here, this is going to be a little bit of weird pushback. This would be quick. Right over here is what I'm going to want, I'm guessing. Runway 16. Yeah, we're going to need to push back.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I don't know which way would be the best way, because runway 16 is that direction, so if we could do like a push this way, we're not in the best position.
Departure checks completed.
So we want to get our pushback, we want our tail to the right, see over there. She just put in the locking pin. Which doesn't show up on this plane. I'm not sure which plane is the GSX. I think the GSX works. I think it works with all the default planes, but I think it works best with fly-by-wire, and the 737 it works PMBG to a certain extent. I don't know the quick edit pushback how to set points and everything, so I need to look into that. That's what I forgot to do. Let's see how this. I love the locking mechanism, except it goes a little bit too far. So they need to fix that, because it actually digs into the wheels. Oh, there's the locking pin. You can see it right there. Hanging in there. I don't know how she gets it in there. How that dangles like that.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, releasing parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
Okay. So engine 4 and run. Fingers crossed that it does something actually. This is a nice slow pushback. Did I want the tail turn? Yeah, I did. Let's see if they get me completely turned here. They're actually doing a pretty good job so far. Okay. I don't get why they all kind of start going. We'll hit rough for all of them. Yeah, I had the engine. What? Where did my engines go? Why is everything off? Had APU gen and all that stuff, and then I disconnect the power and it turns off? How does that work?
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, we're just gonna start all the engines at once, I guess. I don't know where my APU gen went. Such a weird. So weird. What happens when you don't fly a plane?
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
I don't know why I lost all my electrical power. I know I disconnected the GPU, but I had APU power, and then it's like, oh no, you don't have APU power actually. Okay. Hopefully these two actually work. I'm doubting the VNAV works. So great, but we'll see. We got good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking here.
I can't even see her. She's right under the plane.
Lima ground, land Peru 2444, runway vacated with Delta.
See, it'd be cool. They're saying they're vacating the runway, but I don't see any planes vacating the runway actually moving.
Taxi to
Disappointing. Again, AIG traffic works a little bit better. I'm using the. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to use for my AI traffic. AIG just worked, but it wasn't the best with the ATC. The in-game ATC is a mess.
Taxi 2,
Alright, so if we disconnect that, okay, she got to step away.
land Peru
There we go.
2407.
Question's gonna be, can I see her actually? She's gonna go somewhere where she can be seen. Yes, she's there. Oh, I still can't hear. Alright, we got 4 green engines. Right. This is all. Maybe we gotta hit some generators or something. Yeah, you didn't step out far enough where I could see you unless I'm really tall. which I am, but not everyone is. My hydraulic pumps are in the auto position, so I guess that's all I can do there. Engine bleeds are on. APU, which really wasn't doing anything anyway, is off. APU generators are, I guess, off. Taxi lights come on. Turn off lights as well. Anti-ice as required. I'm going to turn those on just because we do have some significant cloud cover. Set that to auto, actually. Auto brake, RTO. My auto brake. RTO and the flaps. Flaps is saying 20 degrees on my checklist. I'll put 20 in there. Wow, look how different our speeds are. Takeoff. 122. Hear those flaps moving. Alright, and the ground spoiler armed. There we go. Trim as required, 7.5. I don't really have any way to determine my trim. Flight controls check. We go full forward, full back, full right, neutral, full left. Rudder's full right, full left. In reality, we'd hit this flight control screen and be able to actually see the controls doing something, but no way to do it. I love having the map here because we can actually see where we're going. And we are ready to go. So let's ask for taxi clearance and
ground,
put this
Martinair
flight on the road.
7762, heavy, request taxi.
Martinair 7762 heavy, taxi to holding point, runway 16, via Oscar, Foxtrot 1, Oscar, Foxtrot Alpha.
Taxi to holding point, runway 16, via Oscar, Foxtrot 1, Oscar, Foxtrot Alpha, Martinair 7762, heavy.
Alright, so we're on Foxtrot 1 right now. Hop over to Foxtrot. Yeah, see, we just have these planes kind of sitting around. So, while I do like the ATC aspect of FS-ATC, the traffic leaves a little bit to be desired still. Right there, it's vacated and not moving anymore. A little fast. This is not a... Yeah, that's not a good run, or that's not a good taxiway there because I'm actually clipping those light poles. This plane's probably gonna disappear because I'm clipping its parking zone. So here's the probably the military area, military cargo, some helicopters looks like. Air Europa decided to park over there for some reason.
Land Perku 086, gate 9, request pushback and start up.
How's everyone this morning? Thanks for joining in.
Martinair 7762 Heavy, contact Lima Tower 118.1.
Doesn't look like it's
Lima
turning, but
Tower
actually is.
118.1. Martinair 7762 Heavy. Lima Tower, Martinair 7762 Heavy, runway 16, ready for departure.
Martinair 7762 Heavy, line up, runway 16.
Line up, runway 16, Martinair 7762 Heavy.
Alright, set this to Tara. Alright, we got landing lights on, strobes on, transponder Tara, TCAS as required, auto throttle arm switch on, flaps check set, auto brake is set, MCP, autopilot check, that's all set, yes. Autopilot, we'll just hit these once we're up in the air. And we are cleared to line up.
Martinair 7762 Heavy, wind 190 degrees at 7 knots, runway 16, cleared for takeoff.
Just tailwind.
Runway 16, cleared for takeoff. Martinair 7762 Heavy.
Alright, here we go. Full throttle. Positive rate. Gear up. Just gonna go as fast as we want to climb here. What the heck? A little too fast on vertical speed.
Martinair 7762 Heavy, contact Lima, approach 119.
Typical climb rate is like 3,800.
Contact Lima, approach 119.7. Martinair 7762 Heavy.
Charlie Oscar, CD1, arrival.
Lima approach, Martinair 7762 Heavy, Atab 2 Foxtrot, departure at 4,800, descending 2,000.
And man, we got up there pretty quick.
Flight level
To the point where we're already above the clouds. Pretty low.
Arrival, land shielded 2478. Martinair 7762 Heavy, radar contact, maintain
the climb up, but
altimeter 3000.
so many clouds.
Maintain 6,000. Martinair 7762 Heavy.
I would like to maintain 6,000. I don't know why this plane is just insisting on climbing. Stop climbing. Hold. hold for a second here. Yeesh. I can't even get the... I don't know why they're clearing us for random... Do I not have auto thrust here? VNAV is out of control. VNAV's like, no way, we're going all the way up. We're rocketing to the moon right now. I don't remember having this much trouble with maintaining altitude and stuff last time I flew this plane. It's just rocketing right now into the air. Okay, can we... Auto throttle doesn't work at all. It's just full max, and it wants to go as fast as it possibly can. So I guess we're going to kind of try to fly it. We have to fly it like the...
Lankaroo 2353, descend and maintain.
Fly it like the CRJ?
Altimeter 3001.
That's 360 knots there. We are well over the speed. But that's because the auto throttle is just like, yeah, I want to go. Alright, auto throttle's on. There we go. Now I have it maxed out, but the auto throttle's actually doing its job, I guess.
Martinair 7762, heavy, climb and maintain, flight level 150.
Alright, 15,000.
Climb and maintain, flight level 150.
That took off like a rocket ship. And that's the difference. That's the difference between some of these planes where
Climate approach.
some of them are very well put together, and other ones are a little bit just arcadey. It just took off so fast.
Continue climb, 6,000, altimeter 3001. Continue climb, 6,000, land curfew 086.
Alright, so we're over... What happened to my... Hopefully my microphone's loud enough for you guys. Again, it seems to have turned itself down a little bit. So if you need me to... Why are we climbing at such an excessive rate? 3,800, now it should be about 2,200. Yeah, the plane is super overpowered or something, I don't know what it is. Climb rate's out of control. At least it feels that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, landing lights off, all that's off. We are a cargo flight, so big deal. It's just us and probably a few flight attendants to give us snacks. I don't know how cargo planes are.
Lankaroo 2086, climb and maintain, flight level 150. Climb and maintain. Flight level 150, land curfew 086. Land Chile 2478, descend and maintain, 4,000, altimeter 3002. Descend and maintain, 4,000, land Chile 2478.
There it goes again. This plane does not... VNAV does not work at all. I'll tell you that much. It's supposed to be at 15,000, right?
Martinair 7762, heavy, climb and maintain, flight level 210.
Yeah, this plane is autopilot is a little bit broken. Auto throttle is a little bit broken, I think. Should make it kind of fun. Slow down. Alright, I guess we're not doing auto throttle. Okay, so auto throttle doesn't seem to work, and VNAV definitely doesn't work. It just climbs until it feels like whatever. So autopilot's gonna be a little bit of gonna be like flying the CRJ, I guess. Like it does not respawn. It's like, okay, I want to be at 21,000 feet. Rockets right past it and doesn't care. Flying off, just off to the west of the Peruvian coast.
Langaroo 2353, maintain 4,000.
Maintain 4,000, Langaroo 2353.
Langaroo 2353, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, Langaroo 2353.
Martinair 7762, heavy, climb and maintain, flight level 300, contact Lima, center 128.1.
Yeah, auto throttle doesn't actually do anything.
Climb and maintain, flight level 300, contact Lima, center 128.1.
Right?
Martinair
Put auto thrust on.
7762, heavy.
Doesn't change anything. Yep, that's not gonna
Lima
back off.
center, Martinair 7762, heavy. Atar 2 Foxtrot, departure at flight level 210, climbing, flight level 300. Martinair 7762, heavy, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 300. Continue climb, flight level 300, Martinair 7762, heavy. 8010, radar contact, expect Sierra Charlie Oscar, SCD-1, arrival, Lobos ILS, X-ray, approach, runway 16, report when ready for descent.
Expect Sierra Charlie Oscar, SCD-1, arrival, Lobos ILS, X-ray, approach, runway 16, report when ready for descent, 8010.
Land Peru 2180, descend and maintain.
I'm a little bit nervous about
level
this flight
240.
because
Descend and maintain.
I don't know,
flight
they
level
don't really have an auto
240,
throttle.
land
Auto throttle
Peru
doesn't work.
8010, ready for descent.
I wonder what else doesn't work.
8010, maintain, flight level 330.
Maintain flight level 330, 8010.
Such a beautiful plane, but a little too finicky to. Systems aren't working perfectly yet. I just have to watch a few more videos of people using the salty mod because our APU didn't want to work right. too. APU didn't want to work right, and we're having issues with auto thrust and VNAV. I wasn't expecting the VNAV to really work, but I was expecting at least the plane to go to the altitude. When we say we want to go to flight level 300, once you get to 300, it holds at 300 like it should do, as opposed to us having to basically manually do everything here. Basically doing manual thrust right now.
Lima Center, land per Q086, hill by 5 course, departure at flight level Q00, climbing, flight level Q50.
Land Peru 2086, radar contact, continue climb, flight level Q50.
Continue climb, flight level Q50, land per Q086.
I'm holding, or I'm starting to turn out. Oh, okay, it went to automatic hold there. See, but now I have to pull back, otherwise we're just gonna speed up like crazy. Which kind of defeats the purpose of autopilot and auto thrust and all that if you have to constantly be hand on the throttle. Okay, a little bit of turn back in towards coast in Ecuador.
Martinair 7762, heavy, climb and maintain, flight level 340. Climb and maintain, flight level 340, Martinair 7762, heavy. Land Peru 2180, descend and maintain, flight level 200.
Descend and maintain, flight level 200, land Peru 2180.
Well, it's nice to get into a different plane every once in a while, but sometimes it can be a little frustrating. Not the most satisfying flight today, but glad we can get into 747 every once in a while. Check it out.
Runway 13.
Next flight will be in the back in the 737-800 from PMBG, so things should work a little bit more realistically in that plane. That is what you pay for. I will be on Copa Airlines. We'll be flying from Quito, Ecuador, up to Panama City, Panama. I'm going to do 2 World Tour flights today. Maybe we'll get a US Tour flight, but probably just 2 World Tour flights, and we'll see what time it is after that. Because we didn't get this Martinair cargo flight in on a Sunday. Sunday we went to church, and then we had a meeting after that. And then we went over to my parents' house and helped move some stuff, and so kind of a busy afternoon, and then evening watched the football game. So
descend and maintain, flight level 110, contact Lima, approach 119.7.
Alright, wish we had
Descend
auto
and
throttle.
maintain
It's
flight
really nice to
level
have auto throttle.
110. Contact Lima. Approach 119.7. Land Peru 2180.
Land Peru 2086. Cleared visual approach at flight level 120. Runway 13. Report runway in sight.
Cleared visual approach.
What's going on with my overlay?
120. Runway 13.
I've been having so many
Runway in
issues
sight.
with my
Land
overlay
Peru
lately.
2086.
Martinair
So
7762.
we got the
Heavy.
distance to
Descend
go.
and maintain.
That's
Flight
right.
level
And the
330.
time, but my airplane is
Descend
already,
and maintain.
the whole thing
Flight
is
level
full.
330.
So
Martinair 7762.
you don't get to see a little
Heavy.
progress report there. I don't know what's going on.
Land
That
Peru
front.
2086. Runway in sight.
Everything is being silly lately. Are we literally flying on a... Yeah, we are. On a perfect north heading right now. Headed back into Peru proper. Basically going to be flying straight north here until we get into Ecuador, and then we'll a little bit of course adjustment in. All right, descend and maintain 330. Okay.
Land Peru 2285. Radar contact. Proceed direct Victor Alpha Tango Echo Sierra. Climb and maintain. Flight level 300.
Proceed third X Victor Alpha Tango Echo Sierra. Climb and maintain. Flight level 300. Land Peru 2285.
Alright, I was just looking at Volanta there. I didn't notice this, but there's a...
Land Peru 2302. Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 320.
Look on Volanta now.
Flight level 320. Land Peru.
There's a little extra thing here that's like 20. And I guess these are 20 orbs. They, Orbix, which...
Radar contact.
Which runs Volanta now. I don't know if they've always run Volanta, but Orbix is involved with Volanta. I think Orbix developed it. They're a big clearinghouse for lots of great scenery for X-Plane, Prepare 3D, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. And now they've added this, where you can earn orbs, and then you can redeem them for airports and scenery instead of having to pay cash. Now, when you buy something on Orbix, you get a certain number of orbs. If I would upgrade to premium, I would get a certain number of orbs. But also, if I like complete certain activities, so wow, a lot of these are aero caches. I have to look into these. But yeah, when you find aero caches or you complete a challenge, you'll get I wonder how many orbs I'll get once I get to all the countries. See on Volanta, all the countries I've been to. There's just a few we haven't. Events. That's really cool. They have like the events for like VATSIM on there. That's pretty neat. Hey, Harriet Shuttleworth, welcome in. Go back here to my map. Our active flight. I just thought that was interesting. So they must have just introduced that this past week. Ugh, sorry for the yawn. Oh, past couple mornings I've been, especially on mornings when I don't have to work, alarm goes off and I'm just not as eager to get up and go, even though I want to get streaming. Coming back into the Andes. Absolutely amazing, as always.
Land Peru 2285. Climb and maintain. Flight level 330.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 330. Land
I'm
curfew
doing okay.
5.
Doing okay. Got a lot of ideas swirling in my head. Things I want to do. I kind of want to start just. I gotta just like set a schedule for myself. Like, okay, today I'm going to spend an hour doing this. This day I'm going to spend an hour doing that because I want to do so many different things. I want to make some YouTube videos, and then the YouTube videos, I'm all over the place. What I want to do, I want to do some history ones, but I also want to do some videos, kind of showing people how to do things, especially in the fly-by-wire A32NX. That's the plane I'm most comfortable with, but even some other planes, you know, how to use SimBrief and import stuff. Because I know a few of you guys watching have had questions about that, or you know, just getting into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm going to. That's a goal. That's something I want to do. Is make some videos like that. Those will hopefully get a few hits. I would hope. But I also want to do some history videos. I also want to get into doing some more graphic design. Just to put another little notch in my tool belt. Like I feel like I'm a jack of all trades, but like very low level jack of all trades on all these things, and that's usually how it is. But it'd be nice to do more. Yep. Well, Martinair. Yeah, I didn't plan it. Like I wasn't like looking for I didn't know there wasn't a Martinair, and then when I was looking for flights between, basically what I do is I just go on like I think I use like a mix of FlightAware. There's Flights 2. I believe it is Flights from 2 or something, and Flight Radar 24. I use like a mix of those to figure out like what the real life schedule is. Now, if I would get Volanta Premium, I would be able to just check real life schedules right there, and I always did that with. I used to use Project Fly, and that had real life schedules pretty good. They weren't up to date always, but I don't need 100% up to date schedules. It's just kind of nice to see. Oh, this is a flight that used to fly or does fly now between these 2 points, just because I like to fly different airlines. I like to see the different liveries, different planes.
Descend and maintain. Flight level 200.
Double check my.
Descend and maintain. Flight level
a little
200.
slow here. Auto throttle just isn't working in this plane. I'm using the Salty mod for the 747, and it's got a few issues. For some reason, we're at flight level 330. I think we're should get a climb again once we get to Robig waypoint, which is where is Robig? No Robig. Oh, there it is. Coming up on Bobug. Yeah, I don't know why we had to descend, but that's what it is. If you're just joining, we are above the Andes, flying basically due north. I think we're on a right there. Our heading is 001, just a little bit off now. We were at 000, 360, directly north. We're still over Peru and the Andes, but we're going to be crossing into Ecuador in a few hundred miles. Yeah, but I use a mix of Flight Radar 24, Flight Aware, flights from and to, a bunch of different websites to find real-life flights. Try to complete this world tour where flying into every country and territory in the world as far as possible, doing real airlines, real flight schedules. I've been I kind of fudge the flight schedule sometimes, depending on the time of day I want to fly, really. Right now we're just doing live time. In real life, this flight that I'm doing takes off at 3:30 in the afternoon. We took off about 7 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, something like that. But it looked beautiful, so I don't regret it. And yeah, it just so happened to be that the flight, I think this is the only flight between Peru and Ecuador, or the two, Lima and Ecuador, Quito, Ecuador. I might be wrong, and I might have just picked it because, hey, it's a cargo flight. I can jump in the 747. Anytime I can do a flight in a slightly different plane, it's kind of fun. Even though we did have issues with the APU this morning, issues with getting the engine started, and I'm having issues with the auto thrust. Basically, it doesn't work, and I'm manually controlling the throttle. But the scenery is amazing. Scenery is
Center,
amazing.
2132, at flight level 200, climbing, flight level 220. 2132, radar contact.
And I'm hoping this time of year right now, since I'm only, I say only, I'm only working 48 hours a week, 4 days a week right now. Since we're getting into the slower time of year. And I say only because most people, 40s full time. Well, 60 is what we do for full time, usually. During the summer at least, but now down only 4 days a week, so I have an extra day off, so that means a few more flights a week, and a little bit more time, hopefully, to do all the other crazy projects I want to do. Not to mention I have to do house stuff. Yeah, a landing strip right there. What is that? I'm going to say that's Urpe Airport, Sierra Papa Alpha India, or Urpe, Peru. Actually have a few other airports right. Another one probably almost below us. Another one. Curavilca Airport, Sierra Papa Quebec Romeo, which is the famous Roman, I forget what it stands for, but the SPQR on the Roman flags. Well, there's your super Roman airport up here in the Peruvian Andes.
Land curfew 285. Land curfew 285. Ready for descent.
Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 330.
Maintain flight level 330. Land Peru 2325.
Land Peru 2325. Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 330.
Maintain flight level 330. Land Peru 2325.
Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 320. Maintain. Flight level 320. 5224. Land Peru 2302. Radar contact. Expect Romeo Oscar Kilo Oscar Lima 1. Arrival. Golf Echo Delta Alpha Mike. DORDME. Approach. Runway 01. Report when ready for descent.
Expect Romeo Oscar Kilo Oscar Lima 1. Arrival. Golf Echo Delta Alpha Mike. DORDME. Approach. Runway 01. Report when ready for descent. Land Peru 2302. Land Peru 2302. Ready for descent.
Land Peru 2302. Descend and maintain. Flight level 240.
Descend and maintain. Flight level 240. Land Peru 2302.
descend and maintain. Flight level 200. Descend and maintain. Flight level 200. Land Peru 2302. Contact approach 118.4. Descend and maintain. Flight level 110. Contact approach 118.4. Land Peru 2302. Martinair 7762, heavy. Contact Callao, Center 119.9. Contact Guayaquil, Center 119.9. Martinair 7762, heavy. Guayaquil Center, Martinair 7762, heavy. Inbound, taxis at flight level 330.
Martinair 7762, heavy. Radar contact. Maintain. Flight level 330.
Maintain. Flight level 330. Martinair 7762, heavy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the overlay bar for some reason. That's weird because it's giving us thrust information. It's giving us the time to go and the distance, but we're not getting the little tracking bar for some reason. So I don't know what's going on there. Always something. But we are, I think, we're close to getting into Ecuador if we're not already over it. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So fun flying all over the world, different places. I was really excited to get into Central America and South America because I figured it would look a lot like this, a lot of trees. You know, Europe and America tend to be a little bit more developed, like covered in farmland and everything. Africa was similar, where you'd have, you know, Africa and South America, lots of lush forests in certain areas. Obviously, Africa, there's a lot of deserts as well. But I'm guessing, I'm wondering what's going on here with the. It looks like there's snow, or if those are clouds, and then it's giving me different images. But we're flying here, due north, and pretty close. Looks like we're about to cross the border into Ecuador. Just about now. We are now over Ecuador.
1401, radar contact. Expect Romeo Echo Bravo Echo.
To the left, you can see a little bit of a river. That is the Rio Santiago.
Expect Romeo Echo Bravo Echo Kilo ILS Zulu approach runway 24 aerolane 1401.
Airlane 1401, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240 aerolane 1401.
I'm gonna pull up Navigraphs under the plane. Take a look at our approach here. We have no standard terminal arrival route, so we're just going to be going in to the approach. Key point, our transition here is EDMAL. That's our transition between our flight plan.
Climb and maintain flight level 340. Martinair 7762 heavy.
All right, back to the briefing here. EDMAL is our transition point. At EDMAL, we need to be at 15,000 feet, which is a distance. It looks like we're only 11.5 miles out from the VOR, Quebec Sierra Victor, which is I'm guessing Sucre, or not what the SUR is for. But we're going to put that VOR in as well. It's not the airport itself, but basically the point where we turn into the ILS. So we're only only going to be a few miles out when we're at this transition 15,000. That seems pretty high for being so close to the airport, but our airport elevation is 7,910 feet. So we're actually only have to descend about 7,000 feet from that transition point, which we should be able to do on the approach. So, key points we want to look at: EDMAL 15,000, 6 miles out from the VOR. We're going to be at 12,850. We can see we have a max speed of 185, and I believe that's all the way through here. That's what it looks like. Unless it's having a max speed right there.
Descend and maintain 15,000, altimeter 3008, contact approach 122.0.
Okay, so you can hear Aerolane just got descended to 15,000, so they're a little bit further along than us. They're going down that EDMAL probably. So 6 miles away from the VOR, we're going to be at 12,850, and then 10.5 at at the VOR itself. We're going to hold that until we get to the capture, which will only be 2.2 miles. You see the VOR. That's where we're going to turn to 2 degrees, our final route. We're going to capture glide slope at 10,500. So we're going to put our landing lights on probably at the transition. That's where I'm going to want to put those landing lights on. And then we'll have the glide slope all the way in. We can look down here at our minimums. Minimum missed approach climb. Minimum we want, I believe, the ILS right here. 8110, so 200 feet above the runway. That's usually the minimum. Right here gives us the go-around procedure. So we're going to climb to 10,600 feet, straight forward, direct to Quebec November Victor VOR 117.4. We can also read that right up here. Climb direct across. Okay, now we're crossing it. Didn't say that. Maybe that's what that is. Direct across. Climb direct across QNV Quebec November Victor VOR at or above 10.6. Then turn left, climbing to Quebec India Tango VOR to enter holding at 18,000. Okay, here we go. We got the missed approach right there in the box. We're going to climb up there. We're going to cross the VOR at 10.6 at Norte, and then we're going to go over to the Condor Cocha VOR, and that's where we're going to go into a holding. All this stuff is going to be pretty fun to do with a one-person operation, but hopefully we don't have to do a go-around. Also, we want to kind of take a look at the terrain here. So Admiral, we're at 15,000 feet. You can see that's about, I think that's 11,000 feet is the terrain. Yep, we're gonna have quite a bit of terrain. Thanks, sir. terrain. I love the emojis. I love those because that's what it is. It does sound like a robot, doesn't it? Wantastic Quesadilla. Love the name too. Wantastic Quesadilla. Now you got me wanting some quesadillas. I actually threw some Eggo waffles in the poster, and I completely forgot about them. I'm gonna go back down there and grab those before we get on our approach. But it looks like we're gonna be getting to Edmall. We'll be at about 11,000 feet. We're kind of in between some 12,000s, even some 13,000s. I'm not sure about the 14,000, how far out, but we'll have to keep an eye out. We'll do a little bit of visual, paying attention to our, obviously paying attention to the instruments and everything on this approach. VOR, we're going to be getting to that at 10,500 feet. The ground will be at 9,000, the elevation there. And then we'll have kind of open into the valley. So it should be a great approach, really cool approach. Obviously not as complicated or as insane as like Peru over there in Nepal. Is that Nepal? I get PTSD every time I look at anything that has to do with the 747. Why is that?
Airlane 1352, radar contact. Expect bombing RNAV, Yankee. Approach, runway 18.
Just too complicated, or?
India Sierra, RNAV, Yankee. Approach, runway 18, Airlane 1352.
Okay, so I'm listening to what the other planes are getting right now. Aerolane here just got cleared for runway 18. Now our flight plan is 36, but I'm going to probably switch that. We're probably going to want to go to 18 because it seems like everything else is going 18. So I'm going to switch that right now on my nav charts. We're going to switch that out. We're going to go the other way. So we're going to have everything I just talked about is going out the window because it appears that we're going to be going the other direction. Actually, just give me a quick second here. I'm going to go to medar.taf.com or medar-taf.com. I'm going to put in
14,700 altimeter 3014 contact Quito approach 119.7.
Yeah, why are they So now here's the ATC doing something silly with the traffic, because the wind is perfect for coming in runway 36. So we're going to stick with runway 36, and what's going to happen is this aero lane's going to land on runway 18. That's fine. As soon as the ATC, this FS ATC, what it's supposed to do is all the traffic around you is supposed to interact with you the right way. So if you're coming in on runway 36, which we are, the other plane should also be coming. We shouldn't be getting another plane coming the wrong direction. So I don't know why that aero lane's coming in that direction. But the wind is definitely the wind is coming at let's see, variable, but basically 340 degrees, which is you want to fly into the wind. You want to headwind as you want. Alright, we just got expect Edmal ILS Yankee approach, runway 36, report ready when ready for descent. I'm just gonna make sure we got the right part. We're doing cargo. Let me figure out where I want to park the cargo. Really helps. Go there. Okay. Arrival.
Martinair 7762 heavy, expect ILS Yankee approach runway 36.
Yeah, I never did FSX, so but I'm searching for good ATC. Obviously, I know the best ATC out there is flightsim or something like that. But for AI ATC, of course.
128.1. Contact Lima Center 128.1 Connie 539er heavy.
Martinair 7762 heavy, ready for descent.
Airlane 1448, proceed direct Quebec India Tango. Martinair 7762 heavy, maintain flight level 340.
Maintain flight level 340. Martinair 7762 heavy.
Proceed direct Quebec India Tango. Airlane 1448. Guayaquil Center 1026 inbound Pommies at flight level 240.
Wantastic used to fuel the 747s and put in 359,400 pounds of fuel that would take 2 to 3 hours under the sun or rain in the port. I can't. Wow, that takes 2 to 3 hours. Whoa. Well, we're not going to do realistic fueling on this plane. We don't have time in the stream just to watch a fuel truck sit there. I guess you never think about that. I mean, I suppose 747s don't do the quick turnaround that the smaller planes do. Yep, Quito is going to be, like I said, this is going to be a fun, beautiful approach, hopefully. What goods am I transporting? I don't know. I'm not as good at a 757 Spy. He always has some cool things he's always transporting, like Wilson volleyballs. Yeah, I suppose again, if they're the really long flights, the turnarounds are going to be so much longer, and obviously the fueling just necessarily going to be a longer turnaround. For some reason, the satellite imagery is a little shaky over here as we get closer to Ecuador, or closer to Quito. I don't know if that's just what that is. Always seems to be that way as we come on our approach sometimes. No idea what's going on here. Oh, I think we're just empty there. There's no reason. Don't need fuel. There you go. That's what it is. For some reason, I was like, why are these all off? But that's just the fuel, and we don't have any fuel in most of the tanks because this is a short flight for a 747 at least. Alright, we haven't gotten a descent yet. We do need to descend to 15,000 by Edmal though.
Martinair 7762, heavy, radar contact, expect Admiral ILS, Yankee, approach, runway 36, report when ready for descent.
Why are we descending? Plane's just going down. Guess we just got a little bit of a weather pocket or something.
Expect Admiral ILS, Yankee, approach, runway 36, report when ready for descent. Martinair 7762, heavy. Martinair 7762, heavy, ready for descent.
Martinair 7762, heavy, descend and maintain, flight level 250.
Descend and maintain, flight level 250. Martinair 7762, heavy.
Alright, so I'm got nav graphs open so we can see what we need to put in on the flight computer. Okay, so ILS is 109. 109.3, that's in there, but I also want to get these VORs in. So 116.8. 1.8, and that's going to be course 002. That's the radial. Okay, so yeah, we're not doing any radials, we're just going direct to those VORs. I'm also going to want to put in Quebec November Victor, which is 117.
1026, expect Tango Echo Mike Oscar X-ray 2, arrival, Mike Uniform Bravo Alpha Sierra, ILS,
I'm just going to keep that 002
approach,
as well.
runway 21.
Once we get past that first one, the Sur, Quebec Sierra Victor, we'll throw in that Honda Cocha Quebec India Tango VOR 115.3. Otherwise, that is all we need there. Check up on top. Yeah, we don't actually get to change any of this. In the 737, we'd have to set our landing altitude. Landing altitude is 79.10. But it doesn't look like we got to do any of that. Same with, if we were in the Airbus, we would have to set our
1026, descend and
ground
maintain,
pressure,
flight
all
level
that.
240.
We are in the
Descend and maintain,
standard
flight
plane,
level
so we can't really
240,
set that ahead of
1026.
time. So it should hold at
Martinair 7762,
25.
heavy, proceed direct Admiral.
Alright, direct to Edmond, that's what we're doing.
Martinair 7762,
We do need
heavy.
clearance down to 15,000.
Martinair 7762, heavy, descend and maintain, flight level 240.
Oh, okay.
Descend and maintain, flight level 240. Martinair 7762, heavy.
33rd great-grandfather was a wagon merchant transporting a large range of goods from different coastal areas, England, and eventually later Scotland, to the major inbound places of each kingdom.
Direct Lubus, cleared in Mach 2, arrival 10.
That's cool that you know all the way back to your 33rd great-grandfather. That's a long time ago. There we go, 150, altimeter 10.
Approach 119.7.
Descend and maintain 15,000. Contact Quito. Approach 119.7. Martinair 7762. Heavy. Quito approach. Martinair 7762. Heavy. Inbound. Detmal. At flight level 240. Descending 15,000.
Martinair 7762. Heavy. Radar contact. Continue descent 15,000. Altimeter 3041.
Continue descent 15,000. Martinair 7762. Heavy.
Forgot to change the settings, telling me in inches. I want it in hectopascals, which is 10. Oh, now it's 1030. That can change. Oh, I thought it was a lot. Set that.
1027. Climb and maintain. Flight level 320. Contact Guayaquil. Center 119.9. Climb and maintain. Flight level 320. Contact Guayaquil.
Transition altitude is 18,000.
1027.
It's a little scary. We're flying right towards the... It feels like I'm going to fly right at this mountain. Doesn't it? Volcano or... Closer than I would like. Like we're flying right at it. Ooh. On the landing lights, we are about 10,000 over.
Airlane 1354. Proceed direct Palmies. Proceed
10,000 feet above the ground.
Airlane 1354.
Yeesh. That's really too close for comfort.
Airlane 1354. Climb and maintain. Flight level 210. Climb and maintain. Flight level 210. Airlane 1354.
Train thing is actually, our train radar is working, sure. Train kind of coming into view. Going way too fast.
Martinair 7762. Heavy. Descend and maintain. 10,500. QNH 1027.
Descend and maintain 10,500. Martinair 7762. Heavy.
8155. Heavy. Radar contact. Expect Quebec India Tango.
Hard time with
ILS.
speed
Approach.
because
Runway 18.
I don't remember how to
Report when ready for
move
descent.
my
Martinair
we're gonna have to take a little pause
7762.
here.
Heavy. Turn right to heading 022.
Turn right
how to do
heading
the
022. Martinair 7762. Heavy.
speed brake.
Expect Quebec India Tango. ILS. Yankee.
What do you call it?
Approach.
Speed
Runway
brake?
18. Report when ready for descent. Qatari 8155.
And now I'm not gonna be able to find it either because
Qatari 8155.
what is that called? It's
Ready
called
for
the
descent.
Spoilers.
Qatar 8155, heavy.
Maybe
Proceed
spoiler
direct
alert.
Quebec India Tango. Descend and maintain 14,400 QNH 1027. Proceed direct Quebec India Tango. Descend and maintain 14,400 Qatar 8155, heavy.
See if this works. Oh. How do I? There we go. Wow, those spoilers come out and they come out, don't they? Perfect. Alright, so we're a little high here. Trying to get the flaps out as well.
Martinair 7762, heavy, cleared ILS, Yankee, approach at 10,500, runway 36, report established on localizer.
Cleared ILS Yankee. Approach at 10,500. Runway 36. Report established on localizer. Martinair 7762. Heavy.
Qatar 8155, heavy, descend and maintain 9,700. Descend and maintain 9,700. Qatar 8155, heavy.
Yeah, I don't know what our approach speed is supposed to be. I don't know where I find that. I'm guessing 177. We're making our turn. I'm going to hit the approach button. That should capture the localizer.
Qatar 8155, heavy, turn right to heading 106. Turn right to heading 106. Qatar
That's pretty cool.
8155,
Met
heavy.
Queen, or met James first.
Airlane 1354, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Usually
Climb
there's
and maintain
a
flight
reference.
level 250. Airlane 1354.
There it is. There's approach. Alright, we'll go flaps 30.
Qatar 8155,
That's
heavy, turn
okay,
right to
140
heading
knots.
111.
Why did the speed go all the
Turn
way
right
up?
to heading
A million?
111. Qatar 8155, heavy. Qatar 8155, heavy, turn right to heading 135. Turn right to heading 135. Qatar
Landing gear out.
8155, heavy.
Got the glide slope.
Quito approach.
this guy-
Airlane
he's got-
1355, Quebec India Tango 4 Alpha.
I don't know if he just took
Departure
off
at
or he just got a go around.
8,500, climbing flight level 180. Qatar 8155, heavy, turn right to heading 140. Turn right to heading 140, Qatar 8155, heavy. Airlane 1355,
Okay, it
radar
took off.
contact, continue climb, flight
Why
level
they
180.
see the thing that this
Continue
FS
climb,
HUD
flight level
APC
180,
advertised
Airlane
is not happening
1355.
because
Qatar 8155,
that plane's taking off the wrong
heavy,
direction. We're coming in
direct
3.6, it's
Quebec
coming off
November
1.8. That's what the in-game ATC does. That's
Direct
what
Quebec November
Alpha India Group
Victor,
traffic
Qatar
does. This is supposed to do the
8155,
opposite.
heavy.
Why are we so below the glide slope?
Qatar 8155, heavy, cleared ILS, Yankee, approach at 9,700, runway 18, report established on localizer. Cleared ILS, Yankee, approach at 9,700, runway 18, report established on localizer, Qatar 8155, heavy. Qatar 8155, heavy, established on localizer. Qatar 8155, heavy, contact Quito, tower 118.35. Contact Quito, tower 118.35, Qatar 8155,
Dark Star or something
heavy.
down there?
Airlane 1354, climb and maintain, flight level 320, contact
Whoa,
Guayaquil,
whoa,
center
whoa, whoa, where are we going? Where are we
119.9er.
Why are we going sideways?
Continue approach. Martinair 7762, heavy, when vacated, contact ground 121.72.
When vacated, contact ground 121.72. Martinair 7762, heavy.
Continue approach, Qatar 8155, heavy.
Well, we got on the ground. It was kind of a wobbly landing there.
Qatar 8155, heavy, wind 90 degrees at 2 knots, cleared to land 18. Cleared to land 18, Qatar 8155, heavy.
Quito ground, Martinair 7762, heavy. Runway vacated with Alpha 3.
Martinair 7762, heavy, taxi to parking 14 via Alpha 3, Alpha Juliet.
Taxi to parking 14 via Alpha 3, Alpha Juliet. Martinair 7762, heavy.
What do we got here? Alpha Juliet. That's gonna take us to the terminal. We need to go further down to cargo. Gonna be Big Alpha down to hotel is where we're gonna go. Okay, not a perfect landing. I always put in a little too much rudder coming in, and then we end up sideways. Flaps should be coming up. Yeah, there they go. Missing my turns. It's like that's supposed to be like a cargo lux or something. Sometimes you get a messed up livery every once in a while. Get in here. I feel like we're gonna still hit stuff. Not the best taxi as well. Not the greatest taxi or landing. So we don't flip this other plane. Yep, there we did, we flipped it. I feel like these airports aren't big enough, or these taxiways aren't big enough for my plane. Alright, parking brake set, taxi lights off so we don't blind everyone on the ground. Good. Actually should have turned this down to transponder, but we'll turn to standby now. And
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
well, if I can get APU, I guess I have external power. That doesn't make sense. Is the external power the APU now? 'Cause I'm not connected to the APU. Alright, so we'll go down here and cut off the engines.
The boarding requested.
Alright. Turn off hydraulics. Turn off fuel pumps. Engine bleed. And while they are unloading us, we'll go check out Volanta and review the flight. We're the first person to arrive in Ecuador, in Quito. See, pretty much a straight shot right north. Landing rate, negative 349 feet per minute. Not terrible for a cargo flight. I don't know what you're looking for in a 747 either. Landing speed were a little up, and again, kind of, I don't know why we started drifting. I always end up drifting a little bit. Fuel burn 12,600 kilos. And I forgot to change some of the information there, but not a big deal. Let's put that away. We're gonna bring up. Yeah, let's board. Board everyone.
Bus is coming.
Yeah, beautiful Quito. Beautiful approach. Bummer always is having to kind of pay attention while we're approaching, not to be able to look at stuff. So bringing up the world map for the world tour. Two and 1. There it is. Alright, there's our world map, and today we reveal Ecuador. Right over there. There's Ecuador. Next flight, we're going to be flying from Ecuador up to Panama, right here. And I'll be on Copa Airlines and the Boeing 737-800 from PMBG. We're going to have a short little intermission while I set that flight up. That'll probably be the last flight for today. This flight stream took about almost 3 hours. I'm surprised. Longer than I thought it was going to be. So we'll fit both those flights in. On YouTube, I'm going to send you guys a link to the other stream. So you guys can jump over there. And then on Twitch, we'll go to intermission. We'll get that all set up pretty quick. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, Alright, there's the link for the next stream. Hope to see you guys all over there. Thanks for coming along on this flight, and we're going to go to an intermission, and I will see you in about, let's say, 15, might be 20 minutes. But I'll try to get that stream going at about 9 o'clock. That's, I think, the scheduled time. But it will be up in the next half hour, so just hang out. Probably 15 minutes, I'll get that thing going, and hopefully everything won't have any issues with Flight Simulator loading into the next flight. I will see you then. Thanks for coming along on the flight, and take care until I see you again in just a few minutes.